Alright, what is going on, you motherfuckers? I know y'all were waiting for this. Alright, but in all seriousness, what the fuck's going on here? Really, what's going on? I woke up yesterday and I got on my Facebook, right? Like a simp, right? And I'm scrolling through, and then I see one of the mods in a DVD community post something about a Bubba rework, and I'm like, dude, okay, sure, that's totally real. And then it's like developer update July 2020, and I'm like, wait a minute, okay. And my first thoughts are obviously, yeah, Bubba needs some love. Okay, Bubba's a little bad, right? So let's see, just what. Now I'm sure, shut up, a lot of y'all have already read this, but I'm just trying to give y'all my reaction and my take on it as a Survivor main, a proud Survivor main. Okay, in the 4.1.0 update, we've taken some time to revisit Leatherface as well as some of his perks and his add-ons. Base kit changes. First, the Cannibal's Chainsaw now activates like the Hillbillies rather than needing to be fully charged and then released. Which, that's I won't say it's misleading, but it's not worded properly. Both of them required it to be, it was a full charge and release system. But they mean manually, like, release the button that charges it. This small change prevents instances from where you release the button a sliver too early and cancel your chainsaw, right? Because they gave both killers, they have the ability to cancel their chainsaw. They don't have to commit once they start. However, Bubba's, since you would have to let go to get it to prompt, it would kind of muck you up. You won't have to hold it for too long, though, or you won't want to hold it for too long, though, or else Leatherface will go into a tantrum, aka face camping. Bubba's chainsaw has 3 charges by default. 3 charges, okay. When starting your chainsaw sweep, one of these is consumed, right? Pressing the power again while the sweep is active will refresh it and consume another charge, allowing you to continue your chainsaw for another 2 seconds, up to 4 seconds. Additional. You'll want to assess the situation carefully, though. Each charge you use will extend the tantrum and miss cooldown, so using more charges can backfire if you're not able to. Basically, don't be going for some wild shit that you're never going to hit even with the charges, because the cooldown's going to be so long, it's going to really punish you. Charges will automatically re-rate at a rate of 1 every few seconds, which means so it'll probably take 6 to 8 seconds to get all 3 of your base charges back. Additionally, his maximum movement speed while using his power has been increased from 5.06 to 5.29. Now I know 0.2 is 5%, like 115 is 4.6 and 110 is 4.4. So it going from 5.06 to 5.29 means it's a little over 5% increase, which is definitely nice. This, in conjunction with the other changes mentioned above, will make the Cannibal feel much better to play as and more threatening to play against. So basically what that'll do is he'll move faster, he'll have more swift of a actual like insta-down attack, because he won't have to let go manually, it'll automatically do it as soon as it's ready, and he'll be able to continue it longer. So now his attack is faster, it's quicker, meaning you activate it quicker, you then move faster, and it's 4 seconds longer base. And then here's the preview, right? So he's revving 2, 4, boom, and then long cooldown. It's pretty meaty. Look at the ground for a bit, and then no charges. And then here he's face camping, right? Which it looks like it punishes you for face camping really quick. And then you'll have your tantrum, and you won't be able to use your power until you get the charges again. And then it just repeats it like 7 times. Hey, GMM. Anyway. They've done it past with the add-ons, of course. Because, you know, why wouldn't they? They haven't mentioned anything about tear radius, but I am assuming that's getting changed, like Doctor. This change is reminding me a lot of the Doctor change, where it's a little a little different. It's still gonna be the same feel, still, you know, the same type of thing, just a few more mechanics, a little more in depth. This stupid like add-on thing that they have that they can't break the mold from for some reason, which I think is really dumb. So let's go over these add-ons. Downing a survivor with the chainsaw while no other survivors or Nutaridius will hide the or so this is Broke Man's knockout. Even though knockout's kind of broke man anyway. This is okay. I have a couple friends who don't like these add-ons that are just perks because they think they're boring. I like them because with certain builds it could let you potentially bring 5 perks basically, but you never know. Depth gauge rake, gauge dude, gauge tool that increases blah blah blah, increases number of charges, slightly increases charge time, slightly decreases sweep. Now people are thinking that this is only going to add 1, which possibly, and that the 2 debuffs are enough to make this bad. I disagree. Even if it adds 1, then that's going to be an additional 6 seconds of chainsawing, you know, 5.3% faster than you were, with slight, like, I don't know, I don't think a slightly increased charge time, I don't think it's going to be 6 seconds longer. So I think it'll, and in the maximum speed, you know, I think the Nemesis play with your food build that True Talent is making popular right now is going to be kind of insane. I mean, it's already insane here. And then this is the one that kind of blows my mind because it's literally Legion. This is Legion Bubba, and I can't see where this would be crazy. I mean, if you maybe match this up with the purple that gives you an extra one, and then you run like discordants or something and you try to catch a few off guard, but I don't know. I feel like this is more purple style than pink. I don't know. I want to see what the other pink one is. And then the perks changes. This is, again, I've heard some people say this is a Franklin's nerf because it doesn't do the it doesn't consume a few charges every time he smacks it, but it does show you the aura of the charges, and it fully consumes the charge or the item, which I'm assuming is really going to be used for keys and maybe fat flashlights. But yeah, you have a key on the ground for a minute and a half. You can check where so literally, if you're mad at somebody, you can Franklin's them and then camp their item, and then GG. They can't take it. It's just going to be gone. Knockout. This is a nerf because now it's only basic attacks, and it was definitely not basic attacks before. They're really doing it to these chainsaw boys. Alright, the Hillbilly update. Keeping the theme with everything chainsaws, the Hillbilly is also receiving some changes in this update. For the most part, we're happy with them, right? Given that we are already pretty okay, doubled up on that. Changes to his base kit are minimal. Maybe simple, but not minimal. His chainsaw will now feature a new overheat mechanic. Revving the chainsaw will now cause it to accumulate heat, which can be seen in the lower right. Sprinting with a chainsaw, the heat will dissipate over time. Okay, this heat will dissipate over time when the chainsaw is not being used. If the overheat meter fills up completely, it can no longer be. So I heard some people saying that the overheat meter never goes down. It has to overheat. That's wrong. Okay. Fills up completely, it can't be used. Again, this is one of the main things for the Chainsaw Boys was face camping. Hold on. Yeah. Hi. Come on, man. So this is really good for that change, obviously. Sprinting with a chainsaw will cause it to heat up at a much lower rate. Yeah, you're not really gonna be affected by that. Let's just watch the video here. So I'll show you. Running around with it, it does increase it, but barely. Not much. And then actually tapping it though, I'd say 2 to 3 times easily quicker. And then it gets red and makes that clunking noise, which I can't wait to get stuck on repeat forever. But else, look at some of these add-ons. Moderately increase the steering. Moderately increase the steering for a common? That's kind of crazy. Moderately decrease heat gain when starting to rev the chainsaw. Okay, so that's a purple. Wow. Continue chainsaw. Okay. Now this one's interesting. This one I'm assuming is gonna take place of the speed limiter, right? Now, if this works, like, it's just gonna negate the pallet ever being there. Like, you're gonna, if you can read when a survivor's gonna drop a pallet, you can hit them every time. If that's what this means, there's no cooldown to when you hit the pallet. There's nothing. It just like it never happened. Then that's definitely gonna be worth chainsaws doing a one shot, because I very rarely get one shot by the chainsaws, and now that they potentially can punish a pallet drop with a chainsaw hit every time, that's gonna be pretty crazy to go against. And then Lightborn got buffed, but who cares? And Tinkerer got huge buff, 85 to 70, and then the undetectable goes from 12 to 16. That's huge. Billy's gonna love that. Freddy's gonna love that. I even think Spirit could have some fun with that. That's great. And now for this bullshit, server improvements. Currently, hits are handled on the killer's end. If they appear within a range of a survivor, they'll be able to hit them. In most cases, the killer, look, I love this. In most cases, this works well. The killer is able to reliably hit the survivors, and the survivors see roughly the same thing on their end, with a small amount of latency. If the survivor has a weak connection to the server, however, it can cause some strange looks, or strange looking hits. It can cause some strange looks. Some strange looking hits that appear to be out of range, most notably at pallets and windows. And why I think it's most notably at pallets and windows is because those are the times where the little bit matters. If we're out, if I'm just like running in the middle of nowhere, if you hit me and it's kinda bonkers, it doesn't really, it doesn't really matter. But when we're looping a pallet and then there's a bad hit when it comes to that, that's an issue. So on the PTB, they'll be testing server-side hit validation, sanity checks, as they called them before. We all know what this is. If you have a stable connection, you won't notice any differences to killer. Your hits will appear instantaneously and should not be rejected. Should not be. And then promo code, blah, 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 blah. But this is the take. Overall, I would say, whoa.
I couldn't give a shit about...
No, please. Overall, I would say Bubba is gonna be, I mean, yeah, he's definitely gonna be better than Clown, so he's definitely gonna take that bottom spot away. Like, he's not gonna be there anymore, for sure. Billy, poor Billy. Billy definitely got hurt pretty bad. Oh my god, I don't know what they did Billy for. I thought Billy was fine, but whatever. We shall see. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this doesn't get as much hate as the last one I did. Peace out, my friends. Enjoy the life in the fog. Yikes.